Something is changing at KFC, and millions of customers are starting to notice. For years, KFC has been one of the biggest names in fast food, but lately, complaints about rising prices, smaller portions, inconsistent food quality, and frustrating service have been getting harder to ignore. And the biggest question is this: is KFC slowly losing the trust of the customers who made it famous? Before we break it all down, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more stories about the biggest brands in the world. Now let's get into what's really happening.
Yeah, it does. All right, so now we have our wonderful chicken right here, right? We have our tub. Delicious chicken, highly addictive. Some of the first ingredient is MSG, okay? Then they add maltodextrin, which is another thing that will really spike your blood sugars. And then when they cook this with oils, they use seed oils, you're going to create a lot of inflammatory things. But I want to just mention the MSG in here because there's some recent reports that says that it was fact checked, right? And it said that MSG has been found to be safe. Well, not if you're consuming a lot of it over a period of time. It's an ingredient that will stimulate hunger and make you want to eat more and more and more. So I want to share with you a couple other things. Creates liver toxicity, impaired fertility, tumor development, cardiovascular toxicity, and neurotoxicity. Other than that, it's totally safe.
Well, KFC, I was just starting to get used to you guys cutting down the chicken to smaller pieces, and then you go and do this to me. That's the gravy. Well, that's the gravy. There's no flavor to it. There's nothing. And whoever was back there cooking the chicken, I'm going to go ahead and say, guys, you're only running on about 7 herbs and spices here. That stuff ain't fit to eat. So yeah, if you're looking to take on a big feed of KFC here in Moncton, New Brunswick, you might want to stay away from the one up on Magnetic Hill. That's where I stopped, and needless to say, that'll be the last time tonight. It's a sad day, I tell you what. Worst experience in 46 years I've had with KFC chicken. Damn.
Guys, this company we all know too well, KFC. Let alone, this was on a recent video to Port Elizabeth, Sharkrop Pier KFC. My word, what you see in this video is an order that we got so completely wrong. And the chicken, I wouldn't even feed it to my animals. I am disgusted. This has completely put me off from KFC, I think for the rest of my life. And people, if you do order from there, please check the chicken, check your order, and let me know in the comments if you people had similar situations going on.
Look at that drumstick.
It's absolutely disgusting. And you know what? They never have the spice for the chips. They never have the tomato sauce. I mean, our kids, when you're ordering fries, they want the tomato sauce. This is the least of my concern even right now. KFC, I am disgusted. They are talking about the spaza shops and the foreigners selling expired goods. Shut them down. Don't feed our people this rubbish. But who is checking on these big brands? Is this what you people, KFC, are giving to your people that's supporting the brand? No. Guys, this is horrifying. I mean, we still need to live many years and not to go through this.
This is why you should not be eating KFC. Now, before the founder of KFC passed away, this is what he allegedly told a reporter.
He once told a reporter that the gravy tasted like wallpaper paste, and the new recipe for crispy chicken was nothing but a fried dough ball stuck on some chicken. And
don't even touch this shit no more. Let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about KFC gravy?
If that wasn't bad enough, the mac and cheese and chicken are also saved for the next day. In the video, employees are shown freezing the unsold green beans to resell the next day.
So I guess you're just eating leftovers. Hey, fuck that, bruh. Stay home and cook.
Birds are crammed into cages. They're fed drugs to grow large. The birds are unable to walk and often break their wings.
Eating a drugged up chicken is insane. And if this is true, then what kind of drugs are they feeding the chicken? That's important information if you eating it. And why he back there looking like a villain while she eating the chicken? Nah, bruh, something ain't right. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
KFC is the restaurant most likely to get your order wrong.
Let me know in the comment section if you're still eating KFC. And hit follow so you don't miss the next video because it's gonna be crazy.
Hey y'all, I have a PSA. Unless you like rubber tasting chicken, do not bother getting the new saucy nuggets from KFC. They have been all over my For You page. Here comes somebody, and I'm sitting here talking to my phone. They have been all over my For You page, and they look delicious. So maybe it's my location, but they are horrible, horrible, disgusting, inedible, repulsive. Look at this. This is a big ball of chicken right here. This is not what other people's look like. The sauce is fine. It's the chicken. It's rubber chicken. Can y'all say that? And I didn't eat one. I threw one away because when I bit into it, it was, yeah. Save your $11. I got the combo. Thank goodness I got the combo because I can eat the fries and the biscuit. Terrible. Disgusting. Don't do it.
KFC, food or poison? KFC actually admitted their chickens are raised on conditions so bad they suffer with painful inflammation and grow so fast they can't stand up or walk and can suffer from liver and heart failure. Also, eating fried foods on the reg skyrockets your risk of heart failure by 68%. Eating deep fried chicken likely means you're eating thick, inflamed chicken that may contribute to seriously raising your risk of heart issues, stroke, obesity, and many other serious health issues you don't want. When fried food is cooked in hot oil, it creates free radicals that damage your cells and create inflammation. Plus, known carcinogens, which are the result of frying carbs at high temps, damages your nervous system. Unsurprisingly, the KFC recipe is a trade secret, so the chicken you're eating could be made with any number of unhealthy or dangerous ingredients, and you never know. Personally, if I don't know what's inside my food, I'm not going to eat it. Would you still eat KFC after learning this? If you're new here, follow me for more biohacks and health tips.
KFC stands for crap fucking chicken. If you actually think that this shit tastes good, your taste buds are fucked. Aside from the KFC in Jamaica, the rest of them taste like shit. So bad I have to take the skin off. I can't even eat it with the skin because it's so greasy, oily. I might as well go behind the counter and drink the fucking oil from the cooking good fried chicken. Just go Morley's.
KFC's chicken is slimy as hell, bro. All their chicken is soggy. How do you make soggy chicken, bro? Every single chicken I've ever gotten from KFC is sloppy. And then the biscuits be the most driest things, bro. Bro, I've never had a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. I mean, I don't know, the chicken sandwich might be good. I might try it out. But the chicken is soggy. I'm not kidding you. It's soggy and it's falling apart. Unlike Popeye's chicken, where you take a bite out of the chicken, it's like, it's that got that crunch. That crunch. What about your...
I went down that KFC rabbit hole, and let me tell you this. If this video don't stop you from stuffing your face with their finger-licking chicken, nothing will. So y'all remember KFC's full name was Kentucky Fried Chicken, but they changed it in 1991. Now the question is, why did they change it? Well, let's just say this. When you look it up on Google, they're not trying to tell you the right thing, but I remember. And shout out to one of these creators for refreshing my memory. So in 1991, Kentucky Fried Chicken had to change its name to KFC because they weren't selling chicken. You heard me, right? Now, if you look it up on Google, Google will say they changed their name because they didn't want people hanging on the word fried. But that's bullshit. And let's say allegedly, because we know how TikTok gets. So again, they had to change that name because they wasn't able to call it Kentucky Fried Chicken because they wasn't selling chicken. So now, when you look at that and you ask yourself, what were they selling? No, really, what were they selling if they wasn't selling chicken? Now, you see the video about KFC that I dropped yesterday. Guy is walking in gravy. Guy dips another guy in gravy, and this guy turns into chicken. Yeah, you heard.
KFC, what is this? Just so y'all know, it is KFC. Look at this. These hot wings look like they was made in 2010. This is disgusting.
Okay, so this right here was once seen as the gold standard for fried chicken in the United States. KFC, which in the 1950s and 60s was actually the largest fast food chain in America, and also at the same time introduced a lot of big technologies that are still used today to make fried chicken, but in the last few decades, a lot of people say it's dropped the quality, and I'm just wondering why. I have Diving into this, we got to know that Colonel Sanders' first restaurant wasn't actually a fast food place, but it was actually a cafe called the Sanders Court and Cafe in 1930. And what was important about it was on the Old Dixie Highway, which was a really important interstate at the time where it connected Miami to Detroit. So because of that, every single day, 15,000 people would cross his restaurant. What's crazy is the food that Colonel Sanders actually hated making the most of the cafe was fried chicken. And the reason was because during this period of time, they were doing it in a pan, and it took way too long to make, where it was averaging 25 to 35 minutes compared to burgers and everything else, which was much shorter of a cook time. Because that, Colonel Sanders decided to put his attention on this right here, the pressure cooker, which is an old new technology because it was old in the sense that it was created for over 150 years, but in the 1930s, new pressure cooker technology was made to be much safer, so Colonel Sanders worked on recipes as well as retooling the machines to make it work with fried chicken, and it was a massive success, making it so fried chicken could be cooked in 8 minutes versus 30 minutes, and also at the same time it was juicier and crispier. What happened was in 1952, the government announced that they'd be rerouting the highway to introduce a new, bigger highway, which would effectively put Colonel Sanders Cafe out of business. So he made a deal with an entrepreneur out of Utah to try and launch KFC as a franchise, taking his recipes to the public, putting them in gas stations. There, the KFC franchises were a huge success, but then what happened was in the early 1960s, 8 years in business as a franchise, Colonel Sanders got kind of sick of running the operations because he was now 73 years old, so he opted to sell the business for $2 million, which would be $25 million today, and also take a yearly salary to still stay on as the face of the business. There's only one problem, and that was despite Colonel Sanders getting really rich off the deal, he was actually really upset with how the company was handling his product, like a lot of customers were, where he actually publicly trashed them, saying they destroyed his product, and even sued the company. First and the biggest complaint that Colonel Sanders made against KFC was the gravy, where he used to have this recipe where he'd take the bits of brown that were left over from the fried chicken and mix it with flour as well as other seasonings to make gravy. But what happened was right after KFC bought it from him, they completely got rid of that recipe and instead actually started getting this mix that they bought from a factory, which destroyed the taste. The next thing that really pissed off Colonel Sanders was the mashed potatoes, because before that, all the KFC locations had mashed potatoes that were made in-house where they're actually mashing the potatoes themselves. But then the moment the new owners took over, they actually got a mix-in for mashed potatoes where all the store owners had to do was add butter and salt, and KFC was just much cheaper of a brand after that point. And then the final complaint that Colonel Sanders had was just the quality of chicken in of itself, where previously he was using a 12-week-old bird, which led to a bigger bird that also had better meat on it, but they switched to a 7-week-old bird, which was much cheaper, but at the same time, the chicken itself was smaller and didn't taste as good. Cut to decades later, and even more people are complaining that KFC has cut quality massively because of the drive-thrus, where what's happening is they're trying to just speed up the process of making food, and also because they have 60 menu items versus 15, they just don't have the quality anymore. It was also bad that towards the end of Colonel Sanders' life, he actually wanted them to get rid of him as the mascot and sued for it, but they wouldn't let it because it was part of the $2 million deal. KFC is just not as good as it used to be, and with that, I'm Charles Perallo. Please subscribe if you learned something.